locally famous anyways, Kennedy Stonehouse. Now this place has been around since I believe 1840. Several generations of the Kennedy family and another family have lived here for a number of years. Obviously right now nobody is actually living in the house, but it is a museum. Another cool thing, we are the first team ever in history to investigate this house for paranormal activity. Now there's been some stories over the years of people who have had some experiences here, but no official story by the park, by the state anyways, has come out of here. We know that a few people have told our team that they experienced some things when they come into the museum just to walk around. I know a woman told us that her, I think 3-year-old upstairs was like waving at nothing in the corner and like laughing, and then she said that I think she was tapped on the back of the shoulder, and she looked behind her and there's nobody there. We got a big map here. They show you right here of all the properties throughout history that have actually made up Salt Fork State Park. We've got cameras set up. We've already went through and marked where we want our cameras positioned for tonight. We're going to be here all night. We have one facing into the sitting room or the old living quarters. So yeah, this is a room that we're interested in. We have a doll sitting over there. You got to remember there's a lot of antique objects in here. Some of these objects don't even have anything to do with the house. The Stonehouse Foundation, I believe, actually accepts donations of objects, and they'll put stuff up for show and tell, basically, just to show people. So a lot of those objects, being that they're vintage, they're old, they're antique, it's possible they have some sort of attachment from, you know, wherever they come from, and then they bring that here. Apparently there was a medium here that at one point that came back a few years ago who walked through the house and said that they had felt a strong female presence. So that's interesting. So let's go ahead and go upstairs. You can see there's a lot of, like they have pieces of wool. This used to be a sheep farm. So, you know, there's a lot of display objects showing how they would have taken wool off of sheep and used it to make clothes or whatever. Not really anything here's original. So everything that you see in here, the chairs, the tables, the equipment, everything has just been accepted by the Stonehouse Foundation. So that to me was interesting. Back in the 1800s, this would have been a very large house for the time. Just a lot of cool stuff here, a lot of cool history, and it's been around for a long time, and a lot of people have lived here. We're assuming some of those people have died here also. But we did, like Hunter said, he had a kind of a weird feeling in the sitting area. I did too, but when we come up here, it feels really like claustrophobic. Like it's, I don't know why. I mean, it's not.
That's me, sorry. Don't mind me. Nothing's
We're gonna see what we can find tonight. So our guide, or I want to say the person who's gave us the permission to do this. Nope, not really anybody can come here to do this. We had kind of special permission from a guy named John. He's a naturalist here at Salt Fork State Park. Very cool guy. But he's going to be a part of the investigation also. We're going to interview him a bit later on, hear what he has to say about the place, and we're going to go from there. So he will be attending the investigation with us tonight. This is kind of historical because nobody's ever done this before. Let's go. Go. Ghosty time.
Shows what the house looked like. And the hill behind the house. Like, look at that. It's like no woods or anything. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just earth. I think we're gonna find some stuff, hopefully. Hopefully we get some evidence to pretty much settle the debate whether it's haunted or not. It's a pretty calm vibe, honestly, but in the living room / sitting room, I believe it is, it's I got an eerie feeling earlier after everyone else walked out of it and I walked out. You kind of get that feeling that someone's like close to you. So there's something in here for sure.
What do you think, Sam?
I think it smells crazy in here.
It does. It smells like a very old, old house.
Old lady's house. But I really wish most of the stuff was in here that was originally in here. That'd be awesome.
Right.
But regardless, it feels pretty cool in
For
here.
sure.
So I am excited to go sit in the living room over there.
Yeah,
Just sit on the
What is
floor.
that thing that he said there's one authentic of?
The chest. He talked about
Yeah,
maybe
he said
there
the chest and
The
it's something
thing in
else.
there in the kitchen.
Yeah, yeah.
The hanging rack.
for the
Oh, yeah.
ox
Yeah.
ox
Go in
thing.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go in there.
Ox rack.
Following you guys.
Maybe I should unlock it.
It smells good.
But this is the secondary house, I believe, kitchen, right?
Yes, the old what was
What
it?
do you call
Old
that?
kitchen.
This is supposedly the only original piece out of the whole unit, whole building.
Right.
But I forget what it's called.
Right, so the Kennedy Stonehouse is one of the few properties at Saltwork that was left standing when the park was established. It would have looked much different when the Kennedys inhabited the Stonehouse. For instance, the lake would not have existed. It would have been a meadow with sheep and a creek and a county road out here. Part of the reason why Benjamin Kennedy built the house up here is because it never flooded. So when they built the dam, and when the dam was finished in the late 60s, the lake flooded, the Kennedy Stonehouse did not. However, the park did leave it to go back to nature. By the 1990s, it was more or less a shell of what it used to be. A tree had fallen in, caved in the roof. The staircase was missing. There was graffiti. None of the windows were in. And in the early 2000s, a group decided to create the Kennedy Foundation, the Kennedy Stonehouse Foundation, that turned it into a living history museum, which is staffed by volunteer docents. So the layout of the house is more or less original to what the Kennedys would have had it set up as when they were actually living here. The main house, the Kennedy family would have lived upstairs, the daughters of the Kennedys would have lived upstairs, and then the Kennedy boys would have lived in an apartment above the original summer kitchen. So several generations of Kennedy lived here in the Stonehouse. And the Stonehouse was actually inhabited until the ODNR bought the property and established the park. However, the Kennedys did not live here when the park was established. By the time the park was established, they were renting the farm out to another family, a tenant farm family. But they were still raising sheep, and so the wool and spinning wheels behind me. And this is a good example of the upstairs. This is how it would have been laid out. With the exception of this, is all new for safety reasons. There would have just been a flimsy, turn of the century banister here when the Kennedys were living here. So the Stonehouse was constructed out of sandstone that was quarried in this hill behind the house. You can kind of see the terraced steps in the hill. That's where it was quarried at. The stonemason was a man named John Little, who used mostly Irish and Scottish immigrants to build the stone house. So they hand cut all of these stones, which means every one of these little pock marks in the stone were created by a blow to a chisel from a hammer in somebody's hand.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So they were all hand hewn stone. The biggest one is back here. It's about 9 feet long by 14 inches thick by 12 inches high. It's a big chunk of stone. So they stacked them using oxen and block and tackle and scaffolding. So basically oxen would have lifted it via a pulley, and then workers would have placed it and set the stone. Yeah. So pretty darn cool. Yeah, unfortunately ancient aliens were not involved in the construction of Stonehouse, but but yeah, so they also worked barefoot because the cuttings from the stone house, from the stone masonry, would have worn through leather soles on boots pretty quickly, and boots were kind of a commodity, so they had pretty tough feet because they were walking around barefoot. They also constructed this stone root cellar over here, which is held together primarily with gravity. Now, if we go around front, I can show you a little bit of the difference. In the front, you notice the stonework on this side. This would have been facing that road and the meadow. When you look at the stonework on the front, it's all finished and framed. Yeah, a lot prettier, right? One of the subsequent Kennedy generations had actually built a big Victorian porch onto the front that deteriorated over time and is no longer there. Kind of restored back to what it would have been in 1840 rather than any subsequent generations. But this would basically have been a creek bottom, a bottomland. So a field with a creek, floodplain. Yeah.
Standing tall since 1840, the house gives off an eerie vibe, a chilling mix of the past and the present, and a haunting echo that draws us here today. You see, while there's not too many stories out there of this house being haunted, some visitors have reported strange experiences and eerie feelings of being watched. Tonight, we've been granted special permission by the park to conduct the first ever paranormal investigation in the house's history. Our personal belief is that a young child may have passed away here many years ago, and we aim to make a connection to provide answers and to uncover what lurks in the shadows of the historical landmark that is the Kennedy Stonehouse. Okay, everybody, we're in here in the Stonehouse. We've got John with us here today. He's the one in charge of this Stonehouse right now. So he's in here with his daughter, and we're going to see what we can capture first. We're going to start off. First time I've ever used the old-fashioned Polaroid. So what we're going to do is walk around the house. We're going to snap some pictures, let them develop, see what we capture. So yeah, and he's also got a set of dowsing rods here too as well. So we'll see. We can ask some questions there. See what happens. We've never used those before either, so it ought to be interesting. We're just going to do a loop around the house. We'll take pictures and see what happens. The team and I now head into the sitting area with our Polaroid camera to see what we can capture. Anybody in there? Polly, are you in there? Later, whenever we review these pictures, we will be in total shock because we actually did capture something unexplainable. We'll take one more in the same spot. If there's anybody over there, can you come out and show yourself? In this type of situation, if you're using a camera, it's always important to make sure that you take more than one picture in the same area. We now head to the upstairs portion of the house, where a woman claims that she was tapped on the shoulder and her little child was waving at the wall. I now ask John and his daughter to go on the other end of the room so I can get some photos. Hey, can you stand in between those two people at the end of the room? Anybody over there, now's your time. What do you want the world to know about you or this place? Come over here and tell us. What we are about to capture is extremely compelling. Same thing.
Okay, so
yeah. You'll notice here at the same exact time John's dowsing rods start to move on their own, you will see a misty-like orb come flying down from the ceiling next to his daughter. Could this have something to do with the way the dowsing rods are moving?
Yeah, so the right
His rods are moving.
yeah, like so I'm not doing it.
Right after we asked that?
Just the one.
What?
Oh my god, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Notice the right dowsing rod is moving completely on its own. We cannot explain this activity.
Over there in that corner?
If I take a picture of you, stand right there so I can take a picture of you.
Are you the one that wore this dress?
Well,
That's interesting.
You'll notice here that as we're walking away, we capture another unexplainable light anomaly shooting from the ground up to the ceiling. I would like to mention that at this point in time, the vibes here are very unsettling.
it's just the right one though. It's every time I move this way, the right one's supposed to go that way.
Where are you? Can you, let's
just
go
right.
look in that mirror. Let's go look in the mirror.
Mirrors are known to be portals
anybody
for
ever tried to
spirits.
contact you?
Here we try to capture whether or not that could be true.
Who's in this mirror right now? Show yourself in this mirror.
While we didn't capture anything on the photos in the mirror, John does start to notice that his dowsing rods act strange again.
Yeah. Hey, so over the dress they cross.
Over the dress they cross.
Yeah.
Dad.
Are they moving over there?
I don't know if it's just you being shaky or not, but
We could try in a different spot too.
Yeah. Are you up here? Is there somebody up here? Can you, everybody just be quiet for a sec. Can you make a noise for us? Can you tap on the wall or knock on the wood or make a step with your foot? Something to let us know that you're here.
We didn't hear any noises, so we bring out the dead bell, which is an EMF censored desk bell that will ding whenever it senses electromagnetic energy.
All you gotta do is touch it. I'm gonna walk away from it. Touch that bell if you're here. You want us up here? Oh my God. Are you
Never goes off.
Huh?
That don't ever go off.
That never goes off.
now if it keeps doing that, then it might just be it messing up.
That's 3 times. Scoot back away from it.
There's absolutely no reason for this bell to be ringing because our equipment does not set this bell off. You'll also notice that this bell rang 3 times, and normally, in paranormal situations, when things happen in threes, it could be demonic, as a mocking of the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. However, we don't believe this is a demonic haunting, and maybe the 3 rings were just a coincidence.
Ago, but not now. Was that you?
Based on electric field, you said?
Yeah, EMF.
EMF.
Where's that EMF to?
In my pocket.
Yeah. There is, dude. Are you kidding me? That's like.
Did you hear me ask about the EMF detector?
Okay, so we know the camera's not causing it.
Mm-mm.
I'm too far away for it to.
It only went off once that time. That thing never goes off at all, ever.
This bell's gone off like twice.
Yeah.
The whole time we've had it.
Besides when it dies. And
Yeah, when it dies and then just goes.
there's somebody here we want you to come up and touch this meter we have sitting here.
Is your last name Kennedy?
Are you nervous to talk to us?
That's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's like never happened before.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Not once either. Like, not just one bell thing. Usually it goes off at least a couple of times.
If it goes off, it's pretty weird that it's,
As we're talking about it, that's like super weird.
like other than when it's dying, like I said.
Yeah, when it's dying, it usually just does the same thing
Keep repeating.
continuously. So.
Are you afraid to talk to us? Are you unsure?
Maybe is there too many of us here? I don't know why. Damn, I just got a weird feeling down that staircase, man. Like just, I don't know. My hair, I felt every hair on my left side of my neck just went up at the same time. It was just weird. I don't know. Weird. That could be.
What was that?
She breathed out, that was all.
Louise, that scared me.
I've got a whistly nose right now,
You're okay.
so I'm sorry. I've got my sinuses.
Listen,
are
we
whistling.
were at the infirmary in Monroe County, or Woodsfield, whatever. And we were getting whistles back, like when we told them to whistle at us.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
we weren't recording that whole hour.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with whistles with the Bigfoot world.
Yeah.
It's a big thing in the Bigfoot world.
I can't believe that hasn't gone off, or that went off.
That's what I'm saying.
it
It's
doesn't
just going off
But
randomly.
it's
It's
also
really
not
weird.
going off on,
Very
it's not
strange.
going off on command.
Yeah, it's just doing it sometimes.
Are you watching this right now?
I just heard a noise behind me.
Did you? What was? You
It was like a shh.
I heard like a almost like a calf. Dude, I heard.
Was that you? Did you just confirm that was you that made that noise? Oh, holy shit.
I heard literally almost like a faint cafeteria, like everyone talking almost, like kind of like. but
Dude, are
really
you
quiet.
kidding me? That's like
I didn't hear anything, so.
You know what a cafeteria sounds like, but like really quiet.
like just a bunch of people like
Yeah, back
talking
that
in one
way.
area. Yeah.
But you know, it's dead quiet. Ears can always be messing with you. But yeah.
Dude, that bell is like tripping me out. It's not-
It never does that. That's so
it's never
weird,
done- I've
yeah.
had this thing since December and it's never done this.
Dude,
As we
are
talk
you
about, are you kidding me? There's nothing, no remote, no. I mean, we have a walkie-talkie on us, but it's not. So unless
Yeah.
John over there has like something that he's pressing every time to make it go off, and I'm pretty sure he does it.
Do you want us to leave this place?
Do you want us to stay here?
We want you to give us some type of sign or noise or footsteps, anything that lets us know you're here.
So I'm gonna sit this here. I'm gonna go outside, get Sophronia, bring her in, have her walk around the ovulus.
Yeah.
Are you happy with what we've done to the Stonehouse?
Do you like it better with one less person in here?
Our light's flashing, I think.
What's flashing?
This light on the top right there, that one with all the red dots, I've seen it flash a couple times.
I just seen it flash when that went off, right?
I didn't see
you look
it.
at it,
I
or-
wasn't, I blinked. But I swear I've seen it flash a couple of times, so I'm staring at it because I want to see if it is.
That could just be.
I'm sorry, I missed. What is that?
That is a camera,
Okay.
yes. The light on the top is an IR light. It just makes it to
Okay,
where that
I
we can
understand.
see in the dark and stuff.
Yeah.
They're a fan of the bell, that's for sure. Nobody's used that bell ever.
See, it's
It's
the
never
same
gone
thing.
off.
It's just how it is.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's what it is. Oh. You want more people up here? Are you happy there's more people coming?
We're bringing a party in. Whole crew.
You know we've screwed ourselves using whole crew too.
The
They don't always.
So is the bell.
bell has gone off, yes. 3 times now since you
Okay,
guys have
I'm
been
gonna
on.
back up. Scoot, you follow Sophronia around with the ovulus.
Okay.
Do start off with ABC and then after a few minutes go to the phonetic mode.
Do what?
Start off with ABC mode and then after a few minutes go to the phonetic mode. And there might be Polaroid pictures laying around in random
Yeah,
places.
there's some right here.
You guys all have your phones on
Your
your phone.
EMF just-
Oh, yeah.
Your EMF just blinked the second, another green light for
Scoot.
just a sec.
Do you hear that?
This
He said
light.
if EMF needed-
Yeah, the second green light.
It just said
Yep.
example and devil.
There.
Literally
There.
as soon as I turned it on.
That's why I'm doing it, so I can see if it's doing
Do it
it.
again.
Do it again.
I thought you were.
Oh, yep, it's.
So, is it from there? Do it one more time.
I don't know, man. Oh,
It's on the table.
I thought it said it's
On
evil.
the table. The
Sounded scary.
We put a REM pod on the table downstairs.
Depends on which table.
It
Yeah.
just says on the
Look.
It's lighting up and
Yeah,
staying
it is.
solid.
Wait, back up a bit.
It's not this.
It's not that.
It's not this.
Listen, her ovulus just said what?
Example and devil. And mind. Just now.
Mind?
Mind.
Example, devil.
Are you trying to scare us?
Is it example, devil, mind? In that order. An example and devil came up as soon as I turned it on.
Do you happen to have do you have phones on you? Yes. Do you have an airplane mode?
Mine's.
Well, one is dead.
Mine's on there.
Look. Oh, he just
Okay,
got on us.
I was about to
Sorry.
flip
Sorry.
out.
Debunk.
It's got all red.
Sorry.
No, you're
Wait a minute.
Wait.
As the bell
Wait a
rings,
minute.
it
Guys,
did
wait a
it.
minute.
When the bell rang, it did it.
Yeah, it was lighting up the same time the bell went off.
Sophronia, your phone is not in.
I know, I was just trying to. It just said set.
Set.
I'm trying to set it.
Patricia.
There, oh, there it goes. Look, look.
Yeah.
It's red. Yeah, it was red.
Are we all in airplane mode?
I am.
Yeah.
I can't get Sophronia. My phone's off.
It is going off.
Sophronia, I can't get your phone to swipe down to do it.
Oh, that might be it.
This doesn't usually go off.
This never goes off. Yeah. This doesn't go off very often either. It only goes off for electromagnetic fields. So like when it lights up red, that means there's something really close to it and stuff.
Yeah, the brighter the more lights that there are,
Mhm.
the stronger the field is.
Yeah, if it's red, then something's like right up.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Who's here with us?
Yes, and then it's an 8. How many's here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
That'd be wild.
Let's see where one off.
Does it make you mad that there's a bunch of people in here, or do you like it?
This is called Necrometer. It's an app that you don't use the internet for. And basically what it does is it's kind of like her.
Is that you?
What?
Although we haven't had much luck with this bell in the past,
Can
here,
you do that for
it
us?
seems to really be fascinating to the spirits that reside here.
So you don't want to talk to us?
Coming up next at the Kennedy Stonehouse.
Yeah, I heard that.
No, did you see something over there?
Yeah,
too?
dude. We gotta go look at this right now. Dude, I got chills
I
bad.
do too.
Test.
If you listen carefully, you will hear 3 distinct heavy footsteps that the entire team heard.
Was you guys walking?
What
Yeah,
was that?
somebody
Yeah, I
walking
heard that.
Walking on the floor.
Somebody
Yeah.
just
It
walked.
sounded like it was downstairs.
Did you hear that?
I did hear it.
I now head downstairs by myself to see if I can figure out where these noises came from. The audio is also now being switched to my camera.
Okay, just for the record, it feels really weird. I just got chills. I just got chills over my whole body.
The vibes down here are very unsettling.
Polly, is that your chair? Can you touch this REM pod? If you touch that, it tells me that you're here. Lets me communicate with you. There's a light up ball on the table too. You can press it. Dude, there's a mirror right here. Can you show yourself in this mirror? Oh, I don't want to regret that question. Can you show yourself in the mirror somewhere? You want to come in here? Come in this room. Come sit down in that chair right there. You want me to get out of here? I have to really watch where I'm going because I can't see a thing.
If you've ever felt like somebody was watching you and that you was not completely alone in one area, that's exactly what it feels like right now. Hunter now comes downstairs to join me to see if we can figure out where these noises were coming from.
Not too bad.
There's somebody down here? There's someone down here, come and touch this red light. Are you down here?
Did you die here?
There's a cool breeze right here.
Is there really?
There's a cool breeze right here.
Dude, that's crazy because it's hot in here.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Oh my god, dude, I feel it.
The windows aren't even cold really to the touch. So
We have absolutely no idea that we are about to capture one of our most
I feel it
insane
right
pieces
here.
of evidence that we've ever got.
I mean, it's not running through just the hallway.
No.
Is that you down here?
What the Did you move your hand?
No, did you see something over there too?
Yeah, dude, I
There's a
seen
shadow in my camera.
Yes.
I got it, dude.
I
gotta go back to
We gotta go look
that.
at this right now.
It was right here on my screen, I swear to
Dude,
God.
it went across your arm. It shot
That's
across your
scary.
If you look directly where the sofa is in the living area, you'll see a black mass that suddenly moves out of the way, which is exactly what myself and Hunter both saw. It's very hard to see, but it is there, and you can see a black mass disappearing off to the right side of the screen. This is absolutely incredible.
Dude, I got chills bad.
I do too.
I felt like someone was behind me too.
The vibes right now are unbelievably spooky.
I see it go right here.
We're also about to capture what we
Are you
believe is the
kidding
same
me right
exact
now?
entity in the form of an unexplainable light anomaly here in just a moment, and we were totally not expecting to capture this on camera.
Dude, my
I
whole
swear to
right
God, I
side just got cold.
Dude, I just swear that you see the blue out there, the light, I swear it just got covered up for a second, like someone walked past it. I'm not even
Dude,
shooting.
that's scary.
I was pointing this way. I don't feel right now.
Notice the misty transparency of this light anomaly as it shoots directly into the desk where the book full of the names of the family members that have lived at the Stonehouse resides.
Dude,
Absolutely insane.
Dude, there's a temperature drop like right where we're standing. When I come down here, it was hot. Now it's like, look at my arms, dude. It's freezing.
A little bit there. Oh yeah, look.
It's literally cold as hell right here.
I feel it.
There's a vent there.
We need a tissue.
We did happen to notice
minute, is
2
that
air
one too?
vents on the end of the room, but upon further evaluation, not much air was blowing out, which does not explain the mass amount of temperature difference that me and Hunter felt in this situation. We then decided to bring the whole team down to do a spirit box session in the living area, but unfortunately we did not get any voices, which is very disappointing because spirit boxes are our main go-to piece of equipment. The team then goes back upstairs, and what is about to happen will absolutely blow your mind.
I just tried to say something there.
Really?
Yeah, as soon as she turned it on, it was like, yeah, something, but couldn't hear what it said.
Weren't you talking about something about a witch?
Well, what's it?
Witch.
Yeah,
It is.
because it just said witch.
It is made up.
It's supposed to be a
Yeah,
myth.
it's not
Like I
real.
promise. It's made
No,
up.
but
Yeah.
it was just weird that we were talking about it and then it says that nightmare.
Talk through this device again. You were doing it just a second ago. What were you trying to say? Cemetery.
Cemetery. We're going there now.
That's wild, yeah.
They're gonna follow you.
Can you see all of us?
Yeah, how many of us are up here? Can you count?
No way! It just said that.
I got chills from that.
That's amazing.
They gave it like
Dude, I just
20
said
seconds.
chills.
I got chills.
Crazy!
Wait, that might mean it's like a little girl.
It might
could
be.
be.
What was that name of that little girl that died? Hannah?
Hannah.
Is that who you said it was?
Yeah.
Are you Hannah?
Maybe she never was.
Dude,
she was
we
only
need
like
to take
3.
that.
Oh, that's
Where's
so
the teddy bear
crazy.
Oh, if you touch it, it will.
We
light
then
up
brought the
green. If
Boo
you
Buddy
put a very
Jr. out
strong-
because we do believe, in fact, that we are communicating with a little girl spirit named Hannah who once lived in the Stonehouse many years ago.
Feel free to play with it.
Did you just touch my butt?
Brendan,
Seriously?
No! Why the heck am I'm
Hey,
not
listen.
putting my hands.
Dude,
No.
I thought someone touched my right cheek downstairs.
We got a butt toucher.
I didn't say it because you never know.
Slid in, ready?
Yeah, no. It's just so random,
Did you-
too.
did you-
What?
The bell keeps going off just
Yeah,
randomly.
that's why I'm like.
I was like this.
Did you walk I swear to God, I would not be touching your butt. I'm not
I
going to
literally
grab your
thought
butt.
She ain't no
I
butt
didn't know if you
toucher.
like, accidentally like, bumped up against
No, I've
me,
got
like, 'cause you
2
can't
things
see.
in my hand. Like, I don't have anything.
Did you just touch Brendan?
This would not be the first time that myself and another person was touched physically at a
It
location.
actually felt like I got poked in my butt.
Are you touching
Sorry,
people?
that was not me.
What is
Alone.
alone?
For the end of the night, and the last thing that we decided to do was leave John's daughter alone upstairs in the house by herself. Other than the bell and the EMF detector going off just a couple of times, nothing really happened. The Kennedy Stonehouse in Salt Fork State Park, located in Ohio, will remain one of our most prominent locations to date for the amount of activity that we received. We do believe that we were communicating with a child named Hannah who lived in the Stonehouse as a part of the Kennedy family back many years ago. The first ever historic paranormal investigation at the famous Kennedy Stonehouse was a success. We cannot wait to come back here to investigate this place more to see what we can find out. There is no feeling of negativity here, just the feeling of a person that still lives here. Could there be more than one spirit? We think that it's possible.
Holy shit! Are you kidding me?